Today is Sunday, November 26th. Forgive my voice, I still don't feel that great. But I feel right now that I need to get some of this out there, get this off my chest. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up to March of 2020, the year of COVID. On March 20th, I reached out to my therapist because I had had a miscarriage the week before. I had a DNC on Thursday prior to seeing her on March 15th in 2020 here. I had to have the DNC because the fetus wasn't moving after they tried giving me a medication to pass it. That baby had a heartbeat initially. I saw it. I can still see it. It's like an image that will never go away, but so I reached out to her in March because of that. And then let's see, this is when the coronavirus starts to spread, and so there was a positive case at my son's elementary school, and let's see, she says, she marks about me being sad about losing the pregnancy, and that we did plan to try to have another once I, was recovered from the DNC and such. Let's see, she has some updates in here about some other things. Oh, this is like, back when we needed to figure out telehealth and stuff, so there's a lot of that on here that they had, like she had to receive permission and stuff. So March 27th, 2020, I guess I had emailed her and I thanked her for talking to me the other day. I guess my uncle had called to check on me. That was when my Uncle Stephen called to check on me. I remember that after I lost that baby. So my therapist said, no problem. And then she starts talking about the insurance companies, figuring out insurance with telehealth, April 9th of 2020. And it's a telephone visit. Let's see, another thing I should say too that was pretty, it was pretty big for me, was the day that COVID, shut down was March 13th, and that was, it was on our daughter's birthday. It was a Friday, and she was also born on a Friday the 13th. But then, I used to love throwing parties. I loved having family and friends over, and I just loved everyone to be here. I loved the company. And we had to cancel her birthday party the next day, on March 14th, and I was pretty devastated. Also, if I hadn't have lost that baby, we were gonna announce it at Lorelai's birthday party that we were gonna have a third, but we didn't have that to announce. So April 9th of 2020, I was afraid I might have been pregnant. I think it says that I'm having, I had the D&C a month ago. I'm anxious about being pregnant with the COVID virus around. Increased anxiety. April 16th, 2020. She spoke with me by telephone. I had a rough morning with the kids that day. We did that front porch photo, and the donation went to Stand Up for Animals. I can't remember the photographer's name, but she was very nice. It says Lorelai fell on the hardwood floor and hit her head. I knocked the wind out of her, but she's okay now. I had called the pediatrician who told me what to do and to watch for, and what to watch for, and that Lorelai is fine now. I kind of remember that. She wrote that client seems to be coping fairly well with kids receiving in-home school. That's right, the distance learning started April 30th of 2020. She spoke to me by phone. Myself and Mark had been given the okay to begin trying to get pregnant again. She also has the okay to have Clomid again. I shared concern of conceiving. I'm somewhat anxious this time because of the recent miscarriage. Her assessment is that I'm stable and coping fairly well. Can't read that. Husband has been sick with bronchitis infection, not COVID, but we look back on that and think it was COVID back in April. But talking about how Pfizer still wants him to stay home because of the chronic cough. And forgot about that. He had to telehealth to get a prescription for an antibiotic because they wouldn't see him. Weird times. So now we are at May 14th of 2020. And let's see. Spoke with client by the phone. I had just come home from the grocery store. I had not been going out to try to avoid COVID, but I felt really cooped up at home for weeks. It made me really want to do this. She was very careful. I don't really remember where I went or what I did, but I think everyone was going stir crazy when we couldn't go anywhere. We're trying to get pregnant again. We discussed if, I'm trying to read this. Okay, sorry, that I should avoid going out and, if possible. And that I agreed that I should not be going out if I was trying to get pregnant. May 29th of 2020, spoke with me by the phone. I'm newly pregnant. Very happy about it. She said she's understandably anxious because she did have a miscarriage recently. However, her OB gave her the okay to begin trying to get pregnant again. So she was disappointed today when the doctor's office informed her that her husband, Mark, will not be allowed to go with her to her appointments. That's right. That this wasn't a total surprise because COVID-19 caused so many changes to how healthcare is being delivered. Overall, Kim seems to be doing well with a supportive husband, healthy kids. Ultrasound was scheduled for June 15th, June 5th, 2020, telehealth session. I had a positive pregnancy test that day, and the results showed that, or no, actually not a pregnancy test, sorry, I had a blood test that day, and the results showed that my hormone levels were low. And she also went for an ultrasound today, and there is a gestational sac, but no baby that can be seen. You know, the ultrasound tech, you know, said that she sees cases where women get pregnant again right away after a miscarriage, and but ultrasound tech was trying to explain to me how, you know, that she's seen many cases where women get pregnant right away after a miscarriage with a successful pregnancy. And already that wasn't a true statement for me, but they were trying to reassure me that, you know, it was still, you know, too early to even see the fetus in the sac yet, going by my, you know, my period and my positive tests and things. And but I already knew with the way the number doubled or didn't rise much. So I started looking up, like, you know, what was normal, and I mean, I knew. I had no hope that a baby was going to magically appear on my next scan. You know, I had to wait another week, I guess, to have the next ultrasound. I'm distraught and disappointed. All she can do is wait and see what happens. I'll call her if I need to talk again. So that was June 5th, 2020. June 18th of 2020. Spoke with me. I'm going to have the ultrasound on the next Monday. I've noticed that my pregnancy symptoms have diminished. Doctor wants me to wait for the ultrasound before it's determined if I have a miscarriage. But I've done the math in my head, and I knew that there was no longer a pregnancy, and that's what she wrote that I said. I knew it. I'm discouraged that I've probably lost this pregnancy. I was planning on asking for a D&C instead of taking the medications to force the miscarriage. Hopefully my doctor will agree. I just wanted to just go straight to the D&C. I didn't want to have to take medication, have nothing happen, have to go for another ultrasound, and then have to take more medication. Like, just get it out. There's nothing there. Both D&Cs, you know, it was one was that there was a baby there, but the baby wasn't alive anymore. The other D&C, there just wasn't actually a baby. Anyways, June 16th, 2020. I had the ultrasound. Gave me the, you know, medication to make me pass. It didn't work. It hasn't made anything pass. So I'm going to have the D&C. And remind you, I have to go in and do this. without Mark. June 25th of 2020. Spoke to Kim by phone. I had a DNC the week before because of the second miscarriage in 2 or 3 months. I reported feeling depressed, physically uncomfortable, and they're going on a family vacation to New Hampshire. That's right, to go tubing. I love you, Tina. Anyways, we're going on this vacation, and we were able to go do that. I forgot. So, January 9th of 2020. Let's see. Oh, that's right. A friend and I had a big fight, and that happened when I was in New Hampshire. July 26, 2020. This is late cancel, kids are sick. Huh. Okay. 7:30. I canceled. Mark threw his back. That's what it was. Mark had thrown his back out that time. September 10th of 2020. Spoke by phone. Client and family going on camping this weekend. I'm seeing a chiropractor. Mark and I bought a small sailboat and a pop-up camper and have been enjoying both. The assessment says that we're trying again to get pregnant. Just, let's see, client seems to be doing well other than pressures of homeschooling the kids. Yes, because we did not send our kids back to school after COVID started. September 24th, 2020, it talks about when we signed the contract for this with the solar panel company. October 8th, 2020. I had started on Clomid again. I thought I was pregnant and got a call from the OB that the blood test was negative, so that round of Clomid failed. So this is starting another round of Clomid, so this is, 4th round of Clomid. I was disappointed and hopeless, even though, the period of, trying to get pregnant just started. So she has not been sleeping well and hasn't felt well. Client is experiencing a loss again, even though she got her period, and this doesn't mean she can't get pregnant again. She is also full of hormones, and that leaves her feeling increased sensitivity and anxiety, needs time to feel better. October 21st, 2020. Spoke to Kim by phone today after I requested an emergency phone call from her the night before by text message. I recalled having been sexually assaulted by a man, first name Dylan, who is now running for the Westerly Town Council in the November election. His campaign signs on the roads triggered absolutely traumatizing memories of him. She writes in here how I went to the Westerly Hospital following the assault, and I was seen in the emergency room, but I was but I was too afraid to allow medical personnel to do a rape kit. She was almost afraid to report what happened to police. However, she says she wants to speak out now in the proper way. And so I decided that I wanted to speak out, you know, in the proper way. And, you know, she wrote that, you know, she had warned me that I could be sued by, you know, for slander or defamation. There would be a possibility, you know, that we could be, our family and I could be at, you know, risk financially or something. Said I was going to speak with an attorney moving forward.